Live from Platteville, home of the world's most lenient cancellation policy, it's Sunday night. And now, your host, the man who knows the real reason Spike Lee canceled, it's Todd Albaugh.
Hello again, welcome again, everyone. Welcome. Thank you very much, band. Look who's back with us on the show, Doc Lewis at the head of the band. Give him a hand there, huh? Nice job. Nice to see you, Doc. Doc is here. Doc is not. Where's Tom tonight?
Tom is playing in the orchestra over in the Center for the Fine Arts.
Ah, I see.
Schubert's Unfinished Symphony. He's going to try to finish it tonight.
Well, good. Excellent. Well, nice to have you here. And everybody, the whole band here, as well, making it sound great as per usual. Nice to be back after a couple of weeks off for Easter and spring break and everything. A lot happening, I guess, in the news. I don't know if you saw it this past week, but some tragic news, actually, from the entertainment world. Kurt Cobain, actually, from Nirvana, the alternative rock band Nirvana. I don't listen to it, obviously. But Kurt Cobain, actually, he passed away this past week, apparent suicide and stuff. And I guess now they asked his neighbors, the neighbors and stuff, you know, how did you know that he was dead? And a lot of the neighbors reported to police that apparently it did smell a lot like Teen Spirit. So obviously, right there, it was pretty obvious. Kurt Cobain not among us anymore. Also, wow, did you see this? If you're a connoisseur of late night entertainment, as I am, and if you're watching the program, you probably are not. But anyway, if you are a connoisseur of late night entertainment like David Letterman, per se, did you see Madonna? Did you see Madonna this past... I have something here. I don't know. The audience is telling me I have something there. Anyway. Anyway, did you see Madonna last week on Letterman? Apparently, she used the F word 13 times. That's right, using the F word 13 times. And it surprised a lot of people. But I thought pretty much that Madonna doing it 13 times a day was normal. So I guess, I don't know. Anyway, John Krinky just looking over at me like, yeah, it pretty much is. Anyway, you know, wow, you know what, Krinky, I'm a little hungry. Troy, I'm a little hungry tonight, Troy. Well, I didn't have anything to eat before I came to the show.
Well, that's terrible.
Was up in Richland Center all weekend, and I was hurrying around.
Didn't go see your grandma, did you?
I did not. I did go see my grandma, actually.
Did you? She
Yes.
didn't feed you.
No, she didn't. I'm feeling a little hungry right now. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You know, today is this past week they started baseball season, spring training. That spring training is over and everything. I think, Troy, what we could really use is a few hot dogs.
We could use this Hillary Clinton here because she's not in Chicago, so she wouldn't get booed. But anyway.
But yes,
yeah, that'd be great.
Do we have any hot dog music over there, Mark? Maybe. I think I sent the grocery boy out for a few things here. What else do I have here? Wow. Dining services wondered what happened to this. Anyway,
That's great.
take this off here and...
Let me help you with that.
well, then just put it back here. Are we paying you by the note over there, Mark? is that all we have for baseball music? I don't
Well, if
know.
nothing else, you got ketchup. One
right.
can never skimp on ketchup. IGA.
Look at here. We have some hot dogs.
Wow.
Where's the...
That's good stuff.
the tongs here. I thought we had tongs. There we go.
There they are.
Very good. If you'd like to follow me out here very quickly here. Do a little hot dogging tonight, folks. Everyone on the program receiving free hot dogs, that's right, through the fine handicapped doors, and how appropriate for me, I guess. But anyway, coming through, here we go, coming out here. Wow, look at the Millers out here. The moths, the Millers attracted by the light. Wow, look at this. And let's see here. These plastic bags, these darn plastic bags, and jeez, I don't know, I thought, you have keys here? There we go. Apparently I'm not lifting my weights. Kevin O'Connor on the camera side. Kev, how you doing? What was that? There you go, Troy. There we go. Very good. And there we are. One hot dog here as we, wow, nothing. It was a beautiful day out here today. You can't see it now, obviously, unless we tape the show here about 8:15 or so. But a beautiful, beautiful day in Platteville, Wisconsin, and nothing, I've always said, nothing like getting out the hot dogs here on a fine spring day. Yes, indeed. Where'd Everson go? He's back inside already. All right, we'll put those on there. Very good. Look at that. There we go. Our fine hot dogs there, and we'll continue to grill those as we continue through the show. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, we'll have hot dogs, and also on the program tonight we have Tom Laufenberg, who is our newly elected Student Senate President, as well as now elected to the Grant County Board, and he'll be with us tonight, and much more. Also, the band played a number, and maybe a few surprises along the way. Let's take a break and be back after this on Sunday night.
I'm Edward Asner. You can see them at the finest places, well-bred, highly trained, and diligent at their work. They're guide dogs, enabling blind people to enjoy greater freedom and independence. And the law permits them everywhere that's open to the public. To learn more, call the Guide Dog Foundation for the Blind, toll-free, 1-800-548-4337. That's 1-800-548-4337.
The air dances with the waters, which brings the rain that feeds the land, that is home to the animals. All life dances together.
In a world so connected, choosing one environmental cause can be hard. EarthShare is 40 environmental charities working together. You and your company can help by calling 1-800-MY-SHARE.
All life lives, or doesn't, together.
We're back here at Sunday night, and hey, I can play for the football team, yeah. Anyway, we're back, and we're cooking out here on Sunday night this week, and see, if you don't come to the show, look what you missed, folks, because there's hot dogs for everyone who wants them here. And let's see what else we have here. Looks like something out of Madonna's bedroom, actually, I think. But let's see here as how appropriate do we check our wieners as we continue grilling. Oh, it looks just about done. And here, Everson, you want a hot dog, Troy? Here, have a hot. Have a. Oh. There, have one of those. And let's see, we'll get one. Get one here for myself. You know, you have to. I was hungry. All right, there we go. And one more here. One more. And You know, I'm not sure who's going to watch these hot dogs after I go back in. That's why I'm kind of. Actually, Jim Kinder, our football coach, I think, has volunteered to come over and do that. Anyway, there we go. There we go. Our fine hot dogs. Oh, are we coming back in now? Oh, let's go back in here. Hi, how are you doing? All right, well, we're back. There's a band. The band's quiet tonight. All right. There we go. That bit right there, my friends, had great potential or great potential for disaster. And I'll let you be the judge as to which one you think it was. Where's Everson at? Take that off. Troy Everson, our fine sidekick. There he is. Yeah, yes, you're part of the thing here. You're part of the show. You are part of the show. So where's your hot dog at, Troy?
I'm not going to eat those things. You know what's in them?
Calf lips?
Just a hint, Glenview serves them.
We got Bob Noonan on our case.
Oh,
And
well.
Look at this. Somebody stole my phone. By the way, folks, if you ever have your own TV show here on University Station, don't ever show product labels on the air. Not a good idea, all right? Not good at all. IGA ketchup. Anyway, somebody stole my phone.
Well,
and
that's too
so
bad.
apparently now Jack O'Neill from our fine Department of Communication picking up some equipment from McDonald's. So here we have an order. This is from McDonald's. This is what they use. Yeah, can I take your order, please? Anyway, so all night long, if anybody calls. And how appropriate. McDonald's doesn't serve hot dogs, though.
All right, Clark, end of the show. We're out of jokes.
All right, enough of you. All right, actually, we do have something we're going to do here. Actually, you know, Spike Lee, not here this week. He was supposed to be our distinguished lecturer. He canceled.
He's working on his movie.
What's it called? I don't know. Something about Brooklyn. Crooklyn, that's what it is.
Crooklyn, that's it.
Crooklyn, that's right. And so he's not going to be here.
No.
What is this, the third lecture in a row canceled?
Yep, third lecture in a row.
So, by the way, how was your
I think
weekend?
they're going to have to lose the title distinguished, aren't they?
I think so.
All right.
Maybe.
My weekend was good.
Your car blew up on the way down.
Yes, it did.
What happened? It blew a gasket?
I did, yes. My car just blew up. Of course, I know so much about cars.
Really, do you?
Yeah, right. No, I don't know anything about cars.
Did.
I don't know anything about cars.
Anyway, we better get off the bit. Anyway, so Spike Lee now is canceled, this distinguished lecture. So we have put our heads together as about 15 minutes ago, and came up with a reason, came up with a few reasons now why Spike Lee decided to cancel. What it told you an exponent, of course, was that Spike Lee had this film project. But our crack staff has come through once again here at Sunday night and picked out the top reasons why Spike Lee...
Without, of course, using the exponent.
Exactly. Why Spike Lee now is not here. Apparently now, one of the reasons is he was going to have to eat in Glenview. So right there.
He'd probably rather have your hot dog.
Exactly. Eating in Glenview, not a good idea. Also, he scalped some free tickets to the Streisand concert. Barbra Streisand, very popular.
Well, those are hot. Who knew?
Who knew? God. I got Aunt and Uncle Barbara and Donald. They live in New Jersey.
How about your friend Clark? Did he want to go?
No, I don't think so. Who knew?
Lord.
Anyway, so...
who knew?
Who knew? Anyway, also, apparently Spike Lee not coming to our distinguished lecturer series because he heard about downsizing, and his girlfriend said he'd be in deep trouble if that happened. So I guess...
Speaking of Clark, anyway.
Oh my! Anyway, also now apparently he Spike Lee not coming because he saw his plane ticket and he was going to fly into Dubuque, and he saw that 60 Minutes piece last year on the air. He said Dubuque not the kind of place he'd like to come
Not
into.
the place for him.
Also, Spike Lee not coming because he was afraid he might have to appear on an award-winning forum and be forced to sit for a half an hour with a large Southern lady who spent a lot of time on plantations. So apparently Spike not wanting to come. Also,
let me see. What do I want? This being the last show.
Also,
what can I take with me?
Spike Lee not appearing because apparently now Dr. Sharon Walker's policy not wearing jeans on campus. He didn't want to adhere to that. And the final reason Spike Lee would not come here to the University of Wisconsin-Platteville campus and be our distinguished lecturer, Randy Siegel is still our student president. So right there, I think you pretty much have it.
Whoops.
There it is. I'll see. Look at the band. Look at Doc Lewis over there. He's conversing with Mark. See, on some shows.
He's wondering if he's going to lose his tenure because of this.
Anyway. Well, let's bring out our first guest, shall we? We have a guest still.
It'd be great.
I think he's still here, yes, and we appreciate him spending his time here with us tonight a little while. Our first guest is the newly elected president of Student Senate, and he's probably hoping we don't make spoofs like this about him. But he's not.
We won't, because this is the last show.
That's right. No, it's not. We have 2 more left. Anyway, he is the newly elected student president here at Platteville, and has also just been, this past Tuesday, has become the youngest member of the Grant County Board ever elected. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tom Laufenberg. How you doing, Tom? Oh, he hasn't talked.
Get one of your
yeah, sure. Have a napkin.
Cooked out this evening, but they look so good.
Well, I have a Traverson. Well, you put that down. You know, you don't have to hang on to it. So, how you been?
Good. How you doing?
Well, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
On winning. We'll set this over here so it's not.
Get that out of the way.
So, there we go. So, you've been elected to student senate president now.
Yep.
And after a long race and everything, it's kind of unique because you're in 2 roles now, not only a student senate president, but Grant County Board. Let's talk about that first because it happened just this past Tuesday night. Now, what area do you represent now as a supervisor?
Dickeyville. That's where I live, is in Dickeyville. It's my permanent address. I've lived there my whole life. So I had originally filed papers in Platteville. I thought, I'd stay up here sometimes, and I thought that I should run there, but I'd been advised by some people that since Dickeyville is my permanent address, and that's where I'm at and stuff, that's where I should run.
So how large area do you represent?
It's the village of Dickeyville and then the 2 townships outside, Stelzer and Paris.
So did you have anybody running against you?
There was no one's name was on the ballot, so it was a write-in campaign.
Nice.
I got 30 votes, and another lady got, I think, 16. So kind of a low turnout.
So but hey, 30 votes got you in.
Mm-hmm.
And now I understand you are the youngest ever to be elected to the Grant County Board. Is that correct?
Well, that's what Representative Freeze tells me. I guess he had been at 22 years old.
Stephen Freeze.
Steve Freeze.
That's
from
right.
Hazel Green was at 22, and I'm 21, so I guess I
so you beat him by
got
a
that
year.
distinction from him, yes.
Well, that's pretty cool. So now, what have you been in politics a long time when you were younger, or what got you into the political circuit, the political game, so to speak?
I just kind of got involved here on campus on Student Senate and everything, and on Student Senate I was the Legislative Affairs Chair, so I got to go up to the Capitol and deal with Senator Schultz and Representative Freese and those types of people, and it was pretty exciting, so I thought, you know, something I'd like to do. Over spring break I did an internship for Senator Schultz, which was very exciting and really got a lot out of that, and when I came back, talked to Representative Freese, and there was nobody running in the Dickeyville district, so I thought, you know, what the heck.
Oh, great. And then, were there anything issues that you really wanted to accomplish once on the board, or what's the hot topic now as you prepare to take your seat on the Grant County Board?
Well, as I walked around Dickeyville campaigning a little bit for my write-in, some of the things that came up, property taxes. Everybody's talking about property taxes, so that's one issue. A lot of people are wondering about the courthouse. You know, they're thinking about either adding on to it or doing some things like that, so that'll be an issue we'll talk about. It seems like every once in a while the half-cent sales tax in the county will get brought up, so I know I've been informed by several business people in town that they would be very much opposed to that, so that's another thing. I own a piece of rental property in town here, and I know property taxes are just going through the roof, so that's something that I'll be very involved in.
Well, good enough. And so when do you take your seat? When do you get sworn in, so to speak?
The third Tuesday, we have our meetings each month.
The third Tuesday.
So it'll be the third Tuesday of this month. Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday we go up. So it should be interesting to see some of the other supervisors' faces when I walk in the first day.
When you walk in, there's probably guys that have been on there forever. Men and women who, you know.
There are some people. I think one of the supervisors that did not choose to run again this term was 84, I think. So there are some older people on there, and I've had a lot of support and encouragement from a lot of people around saying that it would be good to have some youth on the board.
Oh, did you make any promises now? Because this could get you in trouble. Now, you never, like, did you go out and say, you know, I wash your car for you, I'll take out your daughter, or anything like that, you know?
No promises. We just called friends of the family and.
So you paid them off. That's what you did.
Yeah, we'd see. Help us out.
No,
a
I'm
bit.
just kidding you.
Well, the thing of it is, my dad's name's Tom Waffenberg also.
So they thought it was your dad.
Well, he's been getting more congratulations than I have. Everybody thinks.
So when you show up, people are going to go, "Who the hell is that?" they're going to be like, they thought they elected your dad.
So that was well, the Tri-County Press called me up Tuesday and they wanted to do an interview. And they said that they had thought it was my dad when they had written the article last week. So. And then Scott Laufenberg, he got elected to city council this week, so I've had a lot of people calling me up congratulating me for getting elected to city council. They thought it was me, so...
They're going to expect you not only to be as the Student Senate President at the Grant County Board and at the City Council.
Well, I don't know, people get things mixed up, I guess. So that was Scott Laufenberg, and I congratulate him. It's good for him that we'll have some student representation there. So
are you any relation? Is that any relation?
No, we're not, no.
No, just the same last name.
Yep.
Spell the last same way?
Exactly.
But no relation.
Unfortunately not, because Scott is a very good guy.
Well, that's good. Now, let's talk, change gears a little bit and talk about the Student Senate elections.
Yes.
Because, as you know, or maybe you don't know, I ran for Student Senate President myself.
I knew that. You went
down to a terrible loss.
That's
it
what I
was
heard.
like 2-1. It was sad. I did not, you know, but congratulations to you. As I said, it was like 3 years ago, I guess I ran. And so why is it, what makes the difference? What makes a guy win? What makes a person lose?
Well, I've been
Senate election.
Very active on campus. I've been involved in a lot of things socially. I've remained active and have met a lot of people. And I think a big thing that it comes down to is, you know, who knows most people, you know. We thought that we had the experience and everything else, but, you know, Joe and I did know a lot of people, and that helped.
Increased my social calendar. I think that will. All right, no, actually, so just being around and campaigning and stuff. Now, what's the difference, Tom? Because this is kind of interesting, I think, is, you know, similarities and differences campaigning for a student senate, a student election versus a general student or a general electorate election.
Well, they were completely different. The first thing was in the student senate election, there was a candidate that I was running against, so we were doing debates and advertisement and all that types of stuff.
Being that he was on the ballot.
Yeah, there was two people on the ballot where people, you know, had a choice one way or the other. Whereas with the county board seat, It was just basically calling people up and letting them know that you're running so that they could write your name in. I actually got some votes for city trustees, people that I had called, got mixed up and wrote it down in the wrong place. So my brother even got a vote.
You're being elected to the whole county.
My brother even got a vote for county supervisor. Somebody thought it was him that was running. So.
What's his first name?
Brian.
How do you get Brian and Tom mixed up?
I don't know.
We're going to take a break. If you can stay with us just for one more brief moment.
Would love to.
Is that all right? All right, have a hot dog, eat that. We're going to take a quick break right now, and I'll be back with more with Tom Laufenberg. Also, the band has a number they're going to play, and more hot dogs after this. So stay with us on Sunday night as we continue. 1,
2, 3. Here's one time it doesn't matter who your neighbor is. Here's the other. Life's too short. Stop the hate.
This is where they partied, where Denise met Michael. They danced, they joked, they did a little crack, and went up here, where she took the wrong step that ended everything. Only she doesn't know it yet. Drugs make you forget, and if you forget how risky sex can be, you could catch the AIDS virus and not know it for years. AIDS, another way drugs can kill.
Yep, that's a Big Mac fry. Whoa, there we are. Whoa, hey. It's kind of, our camera guy is supposed to follow us. There we go. Very good. There'll be a test after the show for our fine camera people. Anyway, we're back with Tom Laufenberg here on Sunday night, newly elected board member to the Grant County Board of Supervisors, and also our new Student Senate President as well. And when do you take office for that?
We have the elections for the senators are this week on Wednesday and Thursday, so I encourage everybody to get out and vote. And then the following Monday, they will be seated, and then I'll be sworn in after that. So
now I saw this in the paper. What's the deal with? Of course, there's 5 colleges now. With Focus 2000, may go down to 3. What's the deal with the election process? Is it going to continue? Is it going to go on, or what's the story?
Well, it was brought up at the last meeting. They were wondering the representation is made up for 5 colleges, and we thought that it might get all messed up when it went down to 3. But I guess we've been informed from some administration that we should just go on with them and then deal with it next year when we come back, because we can't really, we're not for sure what the final makeup is going to be with reorganization, so we're going to go on with the elections.
Well, good deal. Now, I understand this has nothing to do with Student Senate or anything else, but I understand you were in an infomercial, or at least a facsimile of you was in an infomercial not too long ago. Explain about that.
Well, when I was 19, I bought a duplex, and this guy wanted me to do an infomercial.
Oh, you were 19 and you bought a duplex.
I bought a duplex.
Well, what do you do down there in Dickeyville to raise money? I mean, it can't be a paper route. What exactly is going on down there?
I got lucky and some guy, I got a good deal, so.
All right, so you bought it.
Bought a duplex, and he wanted me to come and do an infomercial for him, so I was on there. Still on, I think, actually, for the last 2 years it's been running. So.
What channel is this on?
Oh, USA or some late night, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yes. And everybody keeps coming up to me and telling me they saw me on TV. And
like Gilbert Gottfried's Up Late Night and everything, and there you are.
That's
is that
right.
true?
That's fun.
So what is he selling?
Oh, a package that shows you how to buy real estate, that type of
really?
thing.
And you were on, not just their picture, but you were on.
I was at, they drove us out to Chicago, and we stayed out there at a nice hotel for a couple nights.
Oh, wow.
It was a good deal. Yeah.
I didn't know
I like
this.
that.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you had to sit there and, now, tell us, is this infomercial stuff set up, or is it legitimate? I mean, do they tell you exactly what to say?
They just asked me questions, and I answered them.
It wasn't like a meeting beforehand to say you got to say this or that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, all right. Well, fine. What else were we going to ask you? Oh, actually, on the student election, the fraud. A lot of people have been. Now, I wanted to bring this up because I want your opinion on it, then I have something to say, kind of an editorial comment. But a lot of people accused the past elections of being fraudulent. Not you necessarily, but just that some other student senators were stuffing the ballot box, what have you, or trying to influence people how to vote. What's your pull on that? Your comment on that?
Well, you know, a lot of people question the process of the elections, how the ballots are counted, and all that kind of stuff. You can't stuff the ballot boxes because there's a list of who voted, the total number of people who voted, and then afterwards you can, if anybody questions it, you can count the ballots yourself. Nobody came out and did that. As far as senators working at the desk trying to persuade people to vote, they were told not to, and if anybody had a specific concern in a specific instance where this happened, it should have been, you know, made known to somebody who could have done something about it. You know, it's easy to go around and make wild allegations, but it's another thing to come up with a specific instance, and then if they do that, then we can do something about it. But
well, I was just gonna add my 2 cents. Was when I ran for student senate president. Anyway, when I ran for student senate president, a friend of mine was manning the ballot box, what have you. Some other friends of mine came along, distracted him, took 12 ballots from the thing, marked them off in my name, and put it back in the box.
They did.
And they came to me and told me this. And I said, God, you know what I'm going to do? Am I going to, you know, tell it? I said, well, if I win by more than 12 votes, I'm not going to say anything. If I win less, I'll say something. Yeah, right. But no, I said that. And so what happened was I lost, you know, big time, whatever. And I asked then student senate president, who isn't even on this campus anymore, I asked him, I said, well, just for the fun of it, how'd you come out? I said, were there any extra ballots? And he said, no, it came out exactly perfect. No problem. So, I mean, I guess, I just find it funny that, I think that it does happen, but it's a reflection on either you or your opponent in the election. And I think that, you know, it's just sad that.
One thing we're looking to do is, you know how they have the voting booths for like city and local elections? We've talked to the city about possibly using theirs for next year.
I think it would be a good idea.
So that's something, and if we can't do that, we've also looked into the possibility of possibly, you know, buying some and then letting RHC and everybody use them when they have their elections. Yeah. So.
Well, great. Well, our floor director over there is waving his arms like a wild goose, and I think that pretty much means that we're sorely out of time. But I thank you very much, Tom, for coming on such short notice. Congratulations on winning the Student Senate election. I think you'll do a great job there, as well as the Grant County Board. I think it's fabulous to get some younger people on, or what have you. And congratulations.
Thank you very much,
Take care
Todd.
of yourself. I wish you the best of luck, and come back and join us sometime.
I will do that. Thank you.
If we're still on the air. Tom Laufenberg, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a hand. And we will be back with more on Sunday night after this. Don't go away.
Every time we say goodbye.
Goodbyes are never easy, but none are as painful as saying goodbye forever. So please, give blood once more this year. You could help save someone you never want to part with.
Goodbye, I wonder why a little.
This is William Shatner. Imagine the training and skill it takes for a dog to serve as a blind person's eyes. Guide dogs give blind people the freedom to go wherever they want. And the law permits them everywhere that's open to the public. A blind person and a guide dog are a working team for personal independence. To learn more, call the Guide Dog Foundation for the Blind toll-free 1-800-548-4337. That's 1-800-548-4337.
Nothing better than a fine assortment here of food products, what have you. Anyway, Troy Everson now on a camera here on our show, and he's doing a great job, actually. Ladies and gentlemen, always a pleasure when we can introduce our fine house band. As I've said so many times throughout the course of the semester, they do a great job. And actually, before we introduce them, just a quick note: we are off next week, of course, so we're going every other week just about this semester. We'll be back with our next show on the 24th of this month, which is the last Sunday of the month. And then we'll be back with our final show this semester on the first Sunday in May, which I believe is the 1st or 2nd. So there you go. And we don't have the guest nailed down exactly yet for 2 weeks, the 24th. But as they say in the business, negotiations are heavily underway. And if you remember, we had Sly on from Madison, somebody equal in his popularity, what have you. So come on down to the, be 8 o'clock on Tuesday, 8 o'clock on Sunday, the 24th, 2 weeks right here in the studio. Should be a big show. Invite you back then. Right now, let us move on and introduce our house band, Sunday night, and whatever they're calling themselves this week. But anyway, under the fine direction tonight of Dr. Michael Lewis, our Sunday band, here they are, ladies and gentlemen. What are you playing tonight, Doc?
Well, we're going to play, by the way, our name tonight
Yes?
is the Sunday Night Band.
Oh, how nice. Just the Sunday night band.
What a novelty.
So what do you got for us tonight,
Well, we've
Doc?
got some original music tonight.
All right.
This is written by our bassist, Paul Backstrom.
Excellent.
And it's called If You Don't Mind. And the great flautist and clarinetist Ross and Roland Kirk used to say, we're going to play a tune for you now, man, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
So that's what we're going to do.
And the Sunday night band. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
Take it.
Very nice job, guys. Excellent job. You wrote that yourself and everything, original music? Excellent. It's a good job. Good job, guys. Excellent. We have to shake all Mark over here. And John Krinky, our fine, good-looking teeth boy back there on drums. Well, it's fine. My sister asked about you again this week while I'm home.
Did you?
Are you going out with anybody yet?
I had a date Friday night.
How'd it go?
Went pretty well. Went out to dinner.
Anyway, on that note, I think we better go to a commercial break. We'll be back with more in just a minute to wrap things up on Sunday night. Again, guys, congratulations, and we'll be back with more on Sunday night in just a minute. Don't go away. Sunday night continues after this.
That's my dad. And that's Mom. Dad's got an idea, a way to get rid of all the grody garbage that's polluting the world. He's invented a big rocket ship to shoot all the garbage into outer space. Mom's not sure, but Dad says his invention will save the world.
There's an easier way to save the world. Recycle. For your free recycling action guide, write Recycle. Environmental Defense Fund, 257 Park Avenue South, New York, New York.
Hello, my name is Smokey Bear, and this is my home, a place for you to climb, sleep, watch, and play, as long as it's not with matches. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Welcome back to Sunday night. Todd Allball along with you on another, well, what a great day it was on Sunday, and a few hot dogs here, a hot dog night on Sunday night. And if you, speaking of hot dogs, if you like them, come on out to the ballpark, the softball field here, Legion Field over on the north edge of town on Highway 80 over there, kind of the park area when the Women Pioneers, the softball team, plays University of Wisconsin-Whitewater on Wednesday. Game time is 3 o'clock, and Kevin O'Connor and myself calling the action for you on 91 FM radio. But first and foremost, come out and be there in person because, speaking of hot dogs, as we said, on Wednesday, we will have free dogs for the first 75 people out to the ballpark, totally free of charge. It's the second annual Hot Dog Fest, courtesy of 91 FM Sports. And again, that happens Wednesday, so come on out and support the Women Pioneers on Wednesday and enjoy a free hot dog as well. As we said, we're back with a new show in 2 weeks from tonight, and we'll have, as we said, a big, big guest. We can't tell you for sure. It ain't confirmed for sure, but watch the orange and blue, listen to your radio. We'll be talking about it in the next 2 weeks or so. We'll see you in 2 weeks on Sunday night. Until then, take care, my friends. We'll see you down the road. See you in 2 weeks.